Good morning. Welcome to Active Aging with Barb. My name is Barb Eisenberg. I'm a physical therapist assistant and also a licensed massage therapist. I work with the team at Therapy at Home, where our passion is to inspire seniors like you to live happier, healthier lives so that you can age successfully and independently with a positive attitude. So together we can create possibilities as we get older and better. Today, I'm going to talk for a few minutes about strong hips and what strong hips can do for you, how that can benefit you in your everyday life. And then we'll get moving for about 25 minutes, strengthening and lengthening as many muscles as possible. In the process, by doing that, we're going to mobilize your joints. So that's the plan for today. Remember, the information I'm providing today is for educational purposes only. It's not meant to diagnose a specific condition or treat a particular ailment. If you have questions about your own body, make sure you check with your healthcare provider or your own doctor. They know your body best next to you. You probably know your body better than anyone, we hope. So we're talking about strong hips. Why is it important to have strong hips and what strong hips can do for you? 3 huge things they can do, really amazing. 1, strong hips can help reduce your fall risk because hips are one of the major muscle groups that are involved in balance. So strong hips improve your balance, reduce your fall risk. Great benefit. Number 2, functional mobility. Strong hips will improve your functional mobility. All that means is the things that you do every day. Things like getting off the couch, getting out of bed, getting out of a car, climbing up stairs, or going up a curb. You may have seen some people when they try to get off a couch, they really have to rock, or they have to take a couple of times to really get up. They have to push really hard with their hands. Strong hips will really help you get up off the couch much more easily, make your day go much more smoothly. So that's number 2. Number 3, the third thing that strong hips can do for you is to prevent aches and pains. You might wonder why. Well, strong hips, if you have a weakness in your hips, then our bodies are very good at compensating for an imbalance or a weakness. So weak hips, you might start using your lower back more, or it might translate into more aches and pains in your knees or in your legs or even your ankles and feet because of that weakness in your hips. Your body is very good at compensating. So we want to prevent any of those imbalances. So 3 things that they can do: reduce your fall risk, improve your functional mobility throughout the day, and prevent those aches and pains. So how can we tell if we have weakness in that area? There's 2 really simple ways to tell. One is called the hip drop test. And what you can do is hold on to a counter or a chair and lift up one leg. If you see that hip on that side drop, instead of staying level with the other hip, that means you have a weakness there. So hip drop test, stand, have something for balance, lift up one foot. Notice if that hip drops when you lift up that foot. You don't have that support. That's an indication of a weakness there. The other thing that you can do is watch yourself when you walk, or have someone watch you walk. And you can also watch other people walk and maybe get an indication from that. If you see a person doing more of a waddle or doing a weight shift side to side when they walk, that is a real strong indication that there's a weakness there. You should be able to walk kind of steady and keeping your body level without doing that side to side motion. That's a big indication of a weakness there. So many things that we can do. There's lots of exercises we can do to strengthen the hips. We'll just talk about 3 of them today. Really simple exercises. Number 1 is a side leg lift. And you might need something for balance. All you do is you keep your toe pointing forward. I'm going to step back so you can see my legs. And your toe and your knee are pointing forward and just lifting up to the side just a little bit. And lowering down slowly. You don't want to let the leg drop. You want to lift it slowly and lower it slowly. And you want to work up to about 10 of these. And then eventually 3 times a day, 10 times. And if that gets to be easy, you can actually do a little bit of a hold at the top of the motion. before you lower it down. And you'll feel this leg working, but you'll also feel your standing leg working. So that's number one. Number two is just walking. Walking 10 to 15 minutes a day will really do a lot to strengthen your hips. And if you want to walk a little longer, about 25 to 30-minute walk 5 days a week is going to give you your CDC, your Center for Disease Control, recommended daily allowance of exercise. And if you do that, it will also, besides strengthening your hips, it's also going to improve your aerobic capacity. When you improve your aerobic capacity, it improves your overall health, reduces your risk for heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, lots of chronic diseases that are very common in America. So go for a walk, strengthen your hips, improve your health. That's number two. The third exercise you can do to strengthen your hips is a single leg stance or standing on one leg. You may need, you might need something for balance. Use a chair or a counter. Just lift up one leg, try to keep your hips level, and try for about 30 seconds, working up to 1 minute. If you do this 3 times a day, 1 minute on each leg, they've actually done studies where this actually improves the strength of your hips, but also they've even measured an increase in bone density. So as we get older, we want our bones to stay strong so we don't have a fracture if we happen to have a fall. Strong hips, strong bones, just standing on one leg 3 times a day, 1 minute. Really great, simple exercise. You can do it while you're watching TV. Very easy to do and very easy to work into your day. So those 3 exercises: side leg lift, so toe pointing forward, lifting up to the side, keeping everything else nice and stable. That's number 1. Number 2, going for a walk, at least 10 to 15 minutes. And number 3 is that single leg stance. Very simple 3 exercises you can do to strengthen those hips and really improve your overall quality of life. That's what we're trying to help you with. So remember, very simple exercises you can do. Strong hips are really, really important for balance, for your functional mobility, and to reduce those aches and pains that you might get from an imbalance. And you can very easily improve the strength. Even if you don't have those things going on, we can always get a little bit stronger. So for next time, we'll continue talking a little bit more about strong hips and advance those exercises a little bit. We're going to be moving in a minute with our exercise program. If you haven't exercised recently, you haven't been doing any kind of regular exercise, make sure you check with your healthcare provider before you start a new program. And then if you start exercising with us and you start having any kind of symptoms like chest pains, shortness of breath, dizziness, make sure you stop and get checked out, make sure you're okay. All right, with that being said, let's get moving. We always start with a warm-up because our muscles need to be soft and pliable so that they are less at risk for injury. So let's just start with a march, swinging the arms to get the shoulders involved, marching, starting to breathe a little deeper, getting that oxygen into the muscles. Good work. And we'll switch it off to a side to side with a little bit of a bend. That's activating these quad muscles, these really large muscle group. Side to side, side to side, side to side. Good work. Still warming up. Whenever you do any kind of exercise, you always want to do at least maybe 2-3 minutes. It could even be longer. Warming up your body, getting it ready to really work. Makes you less likely to have any kind of an injury when you do start the harder part of your workout. Side to side, let's change it and go to a kick. Kicking side to side. And kick. And I'm going to just add the arms. Just reaching out. Reaching forward. Getting the body moving. You do it at your pace. But remember, you get out of it what you put into it. So challenge yourself a little bit. Nice deep breaths. Kick and reach. Trying to stay relaxed because we're still warming up. Kick and reach. Now side to side with a reach. Really lengthening a little bit more the ribs, waking up the spine. Step and reach. Step and reach. Good work. Step and reach. All right. Good job. Let's switch back to kicks. Kick and kick. And lift the arm. One up, the other up. Reach and reach. Big swings. And let's go side to side. Anytime you add the arms, you're going to increase your effort and add more muscle groups. Reaching up and reaching up. And notice I'm bending my knees to get those quads working. One of the largest muscle groups. Reaching up. And getting the spine more involved. And we go side to side. Reach around and around. Our spines are made to move in all different directions, but it seems as we get older, it gets tighter and tighter. So we have to keep working it, reaching around and around. So we're working shoulders here, loosening up the shoulders and rotating around the spine. And we got the hips going too. So always working multiple muscle groups. Good work. And up and up. Up and up. Up. You can go deeper to get those quads going a little more. And loosening up the shoulders some more. Up and up. Up and up. Let's do some kicks to the back. So you're lifting your heel, trying to kick yourself in the butt. Kick, and we'll add the arms. Pulling back like you're pulling on a rope. So this is getting the hamstrings going. You're using your hamstrings in the back, but you're also stretching the quads in the front. So muscles are always kind of working opposite. When one is working, the other one is stretching. Reach and pull. Bending the knees. Good work. Reach and pull. Feeling a little warmer. Breathing a little deeper. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Good work. And you decide how far you want to step. If you want to really lengthen out, work a little harder, take a bigger step. If that's too much, shorter step. If that's still too much, you don't reach as far. But you do want to challenge yourself. If you want to improve and strengthen your muscles, you really have to challenge them a little bit. And they will respond. It's very simple. If you don't challenge them, they get weaker and weaker. If you do, they stay strong and they get stronger. All right, let's loosen up the shoulders with a figure 8. So shoulder here, elbow goes up and down. Starting small with a figure 8 and then getting bigger and bigger. Notice I'm using my shoulder, but the shoulder is connected to the shoulder girdle, which is connected to the spine. So the spine is also involved. We're rotating around the spine, getting bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger, bigger. Feeling better in my back. Good job. Let's do the other side. So starting small, figure eights. One of my favorite exercises. I hope you like it as well. And getting bigger, reaching farther down, pumping the knees a little bit, and reaching farther up, down and up. And a little more in the front and a little more behind. So a little more rotation. If that's in your comfort zone, good work. I'm gonna move my chair out of the way and we'll get ready to do both arms together to loosen up the spine a little more. So both arms together, you pull your elbows back, bend your knees, tuck your bottom, elbows back, out to the side like wings, and then pull them forward, really pulling. So here, really lengthening the lower back, pulling your arms in one direction, pulling your back in the other direction, feeling it there in your lower back, reaching up and opening your chest. So always trying to open the chest, work on the posture muscles. Let's do it again. Elbows back and then out, pulling forward, reaching as far as you can in both directions, lifting up, lengthening, and then open up the chest. Good work. Couple more times. Elbows back, bend the knees, tuck under, elbows out, pulling forward, reaching out as far as you can in both directions, lifting up, and open up the chest. Good work. All right. So let's reach up and open the chest, reaching forward, open the chest, up and reaching back, forward, pulling back, reaching up and open wide, reaching forward, pulling back, reaching up, open wide, reaching forward, pulling back. Good work. All right, let's move on to the feet. If you need a chair for balance, we're going to go up on the toes and lower down. So we're working the calves, up on the toes and lower down, up on the toes, lower down, up on the toes, lower down. So we're working the calves, stretching the front. Up on the toes, lower down, up on the toes, lower down. Let's try one foot. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, so lift up one foot and go up, lower down, and up, lower down. Now bend your knee. So get the quad going, push up on the quad, lengthening your knee, and then up on the toe, lower down. Bend the knee, up and up, lower down, lower down. So we're working this whole leg, foot, ankle, up and down and down. One more, up and up, lower down, lower down. Good work. Other side. So lifting up on the toe, lower down. We'll just start with the foot and then we'll add the knee. Up on the toe and lower down, up, lower down. Now let's bend the knee, add the quad work, and push up and push up. Lower down, lower down. Push up and up, lower down, lower down. We're really loading up that calf muscle. Up, you're lifting your own weight. We don't have weights that we have to buy. We can lift our own weight. Up and up, lower down, lower down. One more, up and up, lower down, lower down. Good work. Let's loosen it up. Just do some ankle circles in both directions. You want to challenge your balance a little bit. See if you can let go of your chair. Circle one ankle and circle it the other way. Good work. Let's move on to hips. Since we were talking about hips, we're going to do toe pointing in the front and then circle it around to the back. So we're making a half circle. Front, circle to the back. Toe in front, circle around. Toe in front, circle around. So we're standing tall, engaging the core. Knee is straight, toe can be pointed. Let's change it up and do a flexed foot. Circle around. So that works the front of your shin. Circle around. But we're also working the hip whole range of motion, all different directions. Front, side, and back. Good work. Front, side, and back. Let's switch it up. So start with a pointed toe, knee is straight, circle around to the back. Toe in front, circle around. We're making a half circle, working the whole range of motion of this hip joint. Strong hips. And in the meantime, we're also working this leg. Remember, we talked about a single leg stance. We're standing on one leg, so this hip is also working. And let's change to a flexed foot, working the shin. Toes pointing up, circle back, up, circle back, up, circle back, and up, circle back. Let's do 3 more. Circle back, up, circle to the back, up, trying to keep that knee perfectly straight. It's pretty hard when you go to the back because a lot of people are limited in this extension motion to the back. 1 more. Circle to the back. Good job. Now we're really going to work the back of the hip. We're going to do it with a bent knee this time. So knee is bent and we're just pushing the heel backward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go fast. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just little pumps, but you really feel it in that glute. Other side. So bent knee, knees are about even. We're just pushing back. We're not swinging the knee back and forth and getting the whole body involved. So everything is straight. That isolates that hip joint. So pushing back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll pump it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just little pulses. And again, we're standing on one leg, strengthening that hip, improving our bone density. Single leg stance. Great exercise. All right. Let's go to a little bit of squat. So knees are bent, knees are pointing out. So we're engaging the glutes, rotating our knees outward and lowering down and lifting up. Lower down and up. Down, 2, 3, and up. Down, 2, 3, and up. Really important muscle group, the quad group. For getting off the couch, for climbing stairs, and for burning calories. Down, 2, 3, and up. They also help support your knees. Strong quads. Now we're going to add some arms. So let's go down and stay down. And we're going to go hands on your shoulders and reach over. Try to touch your knee. Just go in that direction, side to side. Side to side. Really feeling the core working now, as well as the legs. And if your legs, if you just can't stand anymore, get up and shake it out and start again. But these quad muscles can really take a lot of work. If they're aching, that just means they're working hard. Side to side, side to side. Good work. Now let's reach and reach. So reach and reach. Now behind, reach and reach. Working your balance too now. Reach and reach. In the front. 2, 3, and 4. Now let's reach up, up, and up, and up, and up. Whew, that's a little achy. I can feel it too. So shake it out. All right, now let's go into a little bit of a lunge. So pretty wide stance, one knee is bent, and you're facing forward. You can lean on that knee if you need to, and we're reaching over as far as you can. So really lengthening all the way from your toes to your fingertips, and then lifting up. So you're using that quad, but also using your core to lift. Reach as far as you can, and come up. Don't want you to use your hips to come up, so not that way. So long line from your toes all the way to your fingertips. You want to try to get a straight line and come up using that quad, using the core. Reach and lift. Reach a little farther and up. Reach and up. Reach and up. Let's do a few more. Reach and up. 2 and 3 and 4. All right, switch sides. So turn your feet to the other side, toes pointing out, knee is bent. You can lean on that knee if you need to, but try to keep a long line from your toes all the way to your fingertips. And pull up. Reach and up. Reach and pull up. Reach and up. Reach and up. 4 more, and 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more. Good job. All right, next we're going to do a little bit different angle. So instead of facing forward, you're going to face the side, and you're going to reach out with both arms or one arm. Let's do one arm. So opposite knee, reaching with the other arm and lowering down and lifting up. Circle. Now reach with the other arm. So now we're leaning straight over our knee, really loading up that quad, but we're also working the core, working the back. And lift. And reach with the other arm. And lift. And other arm. And lift. And open up. So when you lift, you reach up and open up the pectorals, your chest, for better posture. So reaching forward, this arm can lift up in the back and lift, open up the pecs. Reach, lift up and up, circle around. 2 more. Reach and lift, circle around. Reach and lift, circle around. Good work. Full body workout. So we're working legs, we're working core, working shoulders. All right, turn to the other side. So we're going to reach with the opposite arm to the bent knee. Knee is bent, reaching forward with one, reaching back with the other, and lifting up, circle around, reaching up, forward, and up, circle around, reaching forward. So loading up that quad and reaching forward, lifting up, kind of like a windmill, reaching forward. We'll do 3 more. Open up the pecs, reaching forward, lifting up, and reaching forward, lifting up, and pushing up with that quad. Good job. All right, shake it out. Now we'll stretch out those legs that we were just working. So if you can get your chair or put your foot on the ground, stretch out the hamstrings by leaning forward, toes pointing up, and feel it through your hamstring and into your glutes. I like using a chair, not real high. So coming forward, bending at your hip joint. You can bend the standing leg and go up and down with your toe. And bend a little farther. And hold. You can also turn your foot in and out, loosening up that hip joint some more. Besides weakness in your hips, you can also have tension or stiffness or a lack of mobility in the hips that can also cause an imbalance. So it's really good to keep loosening those hip joints. Make sure it can move in all the directions it was made to move. Now I'm going to turn my toe out and bend forward. That stretches that IT band that runs all along the side of your hip. And hold. That feels a little bit like, some people describe it like hot wires. A little bit stronger kind of a stretch because it's a very tight band of ligaments. But it needs a little bit of flexibility. It's a big stabilizer of your knee, but it does need a little bit of flexibility to prevent pain in the knee. Let's do other side. So toe pointing up, bend that standing leg, bending from your hip joint to stretch the back of this leg and up into the glute. Nice deep breaths. And go up and down with your toe. And then turn in and out to loosen up the hip joint. In and out. Should feel pretty good. In and out. Now straight leg, toe is turned out to get that IT band. And coming forward a little bit. Should feel a real strong stretch along the outside. Nice deep breaths. We're cooling down now. Feels good. Let's stretch out the calf. So reach the toe back. Try to press the heel into the ground. Use your chair for support, stretching out the large calf muscle. And then shifting back for the Achilles or the short calf muscle. And long. And short. Other side. Stretching the toe back, knee is straight. Stretching the long calf muscle. And shifting back for the short. The soleus or the Achilles tendon. And switching off, long calf muscle. And short calf muscle. We're going to end with a single leg stance. We talked about this as a good hip exercise. So have a chair for balance or a counter. We're just going to do about 20 seconds on each side. So I'm trying to keep your hips nice and level. Don't let that hip drop. Single leg stance is a weight bearing exercise. So you're strengthening this leg, strengthening the hip joint. Good work. Nice deep breath. We're only doing 20 seconds. You want to work up to 30 and then eventually, hopefully 60 seconds, 3 times a day. Switch legs, other leg, hips are level, standing tall, trying to work on your posture at the same time. Nice deep breath. You want to try not to use your chair for life support because that's going to work your balance even more. Besides strengthening your hips, you also want to work your balance reflexes. So if you can try to let go for even just a few seconds, really works your balance reflex and reduces your risk of falls. So let's take a nice deep breath to finish up. Reaching up and blow it out. One more deep breath. And blow it out. Thank you for joining me. This is Active Aging with Barb. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.